got some dogs right there. I'm starting to become a fan of dogs. I do like cats, I have to admit, but I'm starting, these dogs are looking cute. And if I get a house in the future, I'm probably gonna get a little lap dog. I don't know what kind, but maybe not a Chihuahua because they shake, but they're so cute. Jordan the Lion, he has a Chihuahua, and his name is Jaw. And I've seen some of his YouTube posts. He has his own channel, the dog does. And I'm a big fan of his channel. I'm pretty sure I subscribe. If not, I'll subscribe to his channel tonight, the dog. But I have limited some of my subscriptions, not because I'm excluding any vloggers. I've learned so much from Jordan the Lion, but I decided to limit what I see because I'm on a strict diet. And I know Adam the Woo is still on a diet, so I've limited to Adam the Woo and Scott on Tape. Scott on Tape doesn't really chow down a lot with the chili dogs and things like that, but he is funny. And he's like, I think the best stand-up comedian ever, but he just does serious vlogging. He's doing something on, he does serial killers and all this other stuff that's kind of creepy, but listen, there's always a message underneath the vlog. If these guys are vlogging serial killers, and I try not to, but I thought about doing the Chris Kyle thing, but you have to take it with a grain of salt because there's always a story underneath what they're doing, underneath the vlogs. It's a beautiful house right there. There's always a story underneath. But anyway, I'm probably gonna watch some Scott on Tape tonight. I was watching half of his show today. He's been releasing his show almost daily. And of course, Adam, I didn't get a chance to watch him today. I don't know if he's at Disney World or what he's doing. I have no clue. I have to keep up. It gets time consuming. He's doing like 36, 40-minute vlogs. It's very hard to watch. Anyway, we're in Jennifer Quarles' neighborhood. She's an artist online. So she sells concept art. So she does, you know, whenever you do the clay stuff, you do clay molding, okay? She does these, it's like, oh my gosh, what's this guy doing? Okay. She does like pottery. It's similar to pottery. It's almost like she does like a cloud. She'll make like a cloud, and then she'll put it in the oven and bake it. It'll have a message on it. So it'll say like, click here or something like that. Her stuff is amazing. It's revolutionary. It refers to Revelations. It's got like a little helicopter on it that looks like a bee. And it says something like click here or something. But she's a great artist. And I learned from her from Pascal High School. She was in the art department. I was in the theater arts department. So we learned together. We were peers in high school. And we were also, I'm not gonna lie, we were also lovers, but we were also peers. So we learned. I used to show her Martin Scorsese movies because I'm a big Martin Scorsese nut. I'm sorry, it's just a weakness, and I'm always gonna be. People will say like, Cole, you know, you put up this Martin Scorsese. I gotta go for a minute. You put this Martin Scorsese stuff. I said, no. I gotta watch it a little bit. I'm gonna see Killers. I gotta spin by the gas station. But like I said, I'm a Martin Scorsese nut. So Jennifer Quarles and I were like really good friends in high school, but we're also lovers. And then we broke it off and whenever she went off to Austin. She decided to go to Austin and leave TCU and go to state school. I decided eventually to leave Texas Wesleyan, which is a private school, and I went to UNT, University of North Texas, where I wear green. I'm wearing green right now. See? It's green. Screaming Eagles. Go Screaming Eagles. Shh. Maricel is also UNT. We're kind of competitive on things. I know I've said some mean stuff about Maricela, but she was my boss and kind of very strict. We're going to Log Cabin Valley. We're going to the shadow of the Valley of Death. No, there's a log cabin village. I'm a complete nut, but let me get past it, okay? So Jennifer Quarles and I, she was in the art department. We were good friends. I met her through a guy named Mike Woolham, who is the stand-up comedian. He's the guy I think of when I have to laugh. He was Chris Farley, 100%. Mike Woolham was the funniest guy in the world. So he introduced me to Jennifer Quarles. She chewed big red gum. So she liked big red gum. And I just completely was floored by her. Never thought in a million years that I could get past a hug. This is all road closed right here. We're going to spin around. And there's Log Cabin Village over there. So she drove a white Honda, then eventually it turned into a Mazda. Her dad gave her a black Mazda before she ran off to Austin. So this little Honda that she had, it was this little, you know, it had a sky roof. She had these long legs with this like blue jean skirt. Little did I know that Jennifer was Catholic. I didn't even know this. I didn't even ask. I was a Smiths fan. That was it. I didn't proclaim to be a Baptist. Never proclaimed it in high school. Was nearly an atheist, okay? So I had some problems. getting involved in the theater department. Big time Smiths fan is me. I hugged Morrissey on stage. It's a true story. They have it on tape. It's on YouTube. You can find it. It's like you go to Live in Dallas, 51 minutes, whatever. You see me hugging Morrissey during the song Suede Head. Okay. So anyway, I learned it from Homerist, which is a documentary, and at the time also knew Channing Freelove, who was later murdered. This is a big soap opera in my life. Okay, I'm probably Shakespeare because of it. I've been damaged because of all the drama. But anyway, Quarles had a father who was a physicist. He was the head of the physics department of TCU. He had helped me with math and things like that. He was not a whole lot, but a little bit. And her brother was very shy, very quiet guy. Younger, and Jennifer Quarles kept a guinea pig in her bedroom. This is a true story. And the first time I ever picked up Shakespeare, which was in English class, I had to read the sonnet, one of Shakespeare's sonnets. I get nervous and I get like chatterbox. So I had to pick up a sonnet and start studying it. It's something about a summer's day, something, I don't know, Shakespeare. It goes on and on and on. So she goes, well, let me try to help you with some of the Shakespeare stuff, because I had no idea what Shakespeare was. I didn't know what he was talking about. He was talking about a summer's day. I compare you to a summer's day and all this stuff. And I said, well, what is he talking about? And she said exactly what he says. The word suits the action suits the word, which is part of the sonnet. Okay. And I'm like, why would he compare someone to a summer's day? Because I didn't understand poetry at that time. So she had to explain that Shakespeare was simply just comparing a summer's day to the person that he was writing about, which is most likely a fair lady. So he's comparing a fair lady to a summer's day, and he was doing like a cross-reference to a summer's day and this lady, like painting her like a piece of summer with words. He used words. The words will outlast the heavens and earth. We always know this. The words are powerful. It says it in Proverbs, if you read about Proverbs, that your words are powerful. So I learned it pretty much in her bed. So I was laying down, I had the sonnet in my hand. She was pointing at the words and talking about what a summer's day was about. And then I started to realize that you can paint a picture with your words, not just with ideas. If you want to just do poetry, like the bumblebee flies and has iron in his eyes, and as he lands on the spider web, a message is sent through the radio. Now that's my poetry, okay? But it still gives an image, and there's probably some kind of hidden message, because symbolism is everything, So to me, I thought poetry had to be like that, but it was too clear. Shakespeare was too clear, and that's because Shakespeare was writing like a soap opera. I'm seeing if I can find a place to park, and then we're gonna have to go right to the gas station. Oh wow, check this out. They got Luxor. You just have to read Shakespeare. Jennifer Quarles will tell you all about Shakespeare. She knows all about it. She's a genius. This is Luxor 1 right here. She's not real streetwise, but she could probably teach a professor class, or she could probably help a professor in college. She's that smart. Or she could be even her own professor. She probably is a professor. I don't know. It depends on if she has her doctorate. I'd be jealous if she does. I don't have my doctorate, by the way. I don't even have my master's. I want to maybe finish it, though. I got 2 more years. I have to go to New York, Pace University. They invite me like every day. I have to go there and like, oh my gosh, well, let's start acting. And I don't have a problem with it. Because if I get an MFA, then I can make $70,000 a year. I could probably teach at TCU if I wanted to. It depends on her, though. It depends on if she wants to let me in, as they say. But anyway, she does do concept art. Check it out. You can find it online. Just put in Google Jennifer Quarles concept art or something like that. She'll also pull up on YouTube. She's got a little YouTube post. It's got a lot of attention about women. All right. Now we're going to go find out where this person is. And then we'll... Gotta find some stuff. It's got pizza in it, some kind of bottle thing. I gotta find out where 1701 is. All right, 428, so it'll be the 4th floor. Yep, that's it. This is also something that Jennifer Quarles, and I know I talk a lot about Bradley Cooper, now I'm talking about Jennifer Quarles. I have to focus in, okay, this is how I am as a poet. So I do poetry, I'm gonna try to do poetry every day. I have to focus in on a name sometimes to get a feeling. Like, for example, David Lynch. That brings in a feeling in my mind. But we'd watch Martin Scorsese movies together, and she ate an apple one time. She was eating an apple. We were sitting there by a tube television, and we were watching Life Lessons with Nick Nolte. It's a Martin Scorsese thing on New York Stories. We're never gonna get it. I have to wait. So we're watching Life Lessons, which is about a painter, Nick Nolte. Excuse me. Brilliant. It's really secretly my favorite Martin Scorsese. I like Taxi Driver, Life Lessons, and New York Stories. The three filmmakers are Martin Scorsese, Francis Ford Coppola, and Woody Allen. They all three are a part of the New York Story thing. Brilliant. So we were watching Life Lessons with Nick Nolte, and she crunched on an apple. She went like, it was really only one bite. She has cute little teeth in the front, her lips just, psh, but she goes like, and I immediately said, shh. I went, shh. And she goes, what? I said, you're chewing too loud. This guy might let me in. So she got mad at me. That's why she dumped me. It's because of Martin Scorsese. And I am going to tell Martin Scorsese, I should have told him that at the new school. Or at an actor studio. He might see me. But I'm blaming him for our breakup. Oh, yeah, right over here. I got to get in for, yeah. Go around? What does that mean? Like, go around like this way? Oh, okay. I see. Just tell me go around. Oh, it's a cute little dog. That's so cute. Appreciate you. That's how I got in the actor studio right there. Boom, got right in. Gotcha. You gotta know how to, psh. My friend Sean's like, you gotta know how to speak to people. You do have to know how to speak. That's why I'm getting it all out in the vlog. Getting it all out in the vlog. That way, I'll be composed, ready to go, big time. Let's get Lynch. As in David. It does. All right. I know Eraserhead is interesting. I'm thinking about David Lynch the entire time, but that elevator sounds congested. Yeah, somebody did something to the elevator. I don't know. It sounds like it's very congested. Okay, so somehow they, I don't know. I don't know. We'll figure it out eventually. This is probably something right here. It's been a long take. It's just better to run it for the paint. Yeah, they got the message. Third one. Yeah, we're good. And I remember, yeah, I've been on this one before. Dog kisses fix everything. I told her the elevator was broken. So, I don't know. But you gotta get a date. So, anyway, I mean, we have to check ID. So, we have to get the birth date. As in, birth date. Gotta get the date right in the system. A birth date. Because I guess Beverly Jeans has wine or alcohol or whatever. Anyway, got it. Okay. Thanks. You might want to check that elevator. Yeah, it's called the Trinity. Right here. It's right by the Trinity River. And they got me trapped in. Okay. Maybe not. All right, so it is the Trinity. It's the Broadstone, right by the Trinity River. 1701 on this one right here. It's a pretty nice one. As an artist, you could live there. Be very, very prolific. Is that a right word? You can make lots of fun art and content. Or if you want to just make non-content art, just complete nonsense and chaos, more power to you. Blah, blah, blah. And just to make sure that you know, I'm getting a hateful message right here. I just got a hateful message from Dustin, so, but I feel for him because he's dying of cancer. Okay? And I know that's scary. It's scary to die of cancer. People beat it though. People can beat it. My pastor, Josh Smith, his wife, Andrea Smith, beat cancer. She actually overcame cancer. And she had, she birthed the male child with Josh Smith, and they named him the same meaning as healing. There's a name that means healing. It's in the Bible. Look it up. That is Josh's 5th child. He may have more now. He may have 6 or 7. Josh prayed before Congress. Josh Smith. He went before Congress and read Psalms to Congress, as in the Washington, D.C., as in the United States of America. He went before all of Congress and prayed with them. I would love for him to educate the Men Too movement. We're pro-life. Amen. There are certain things in life that go beyond just edification. There's things in life that go beyond simply just, feeling good. There's more important purpose in life and discipline in life that go beyond it all. There's a great importance in life, and we have to take that in and learn to appreciate. Excuse the Dutch angle. Just trying to give out information. It is a sin to be drunk. If you're listening to this and you're high or drunk, I ask you to turn it off. It is a sin to be drunk. The consequences of being a drunkard is hell, but you have to understand hell. It's a separation between God and the spirit. And you will burn as long as God sees fit for you to burn. Now, whether he puts you in the lake of fire and you become non-existent, or we go back with our angels to rescue you and take you out of hell. For it says in the Bible, if I lay my bed in hell, Jesus Christ will be with me. There was times in life that I was very upset with Jennifer Quarles. Jennifer Ann Quarles is her name, as in J-A-Q. Her nickname was JQ. That's what people called her. And to be JQ'd means that she gossiped right in front of you about you. So she made fun of you right in front of your face. And that was called to be JQ'd. It was as if she was pretending like she was gossiping to let you know that gossip is around, it exists, and we are trying to control the gossip. It was called to be JQ'd, as in Jennifer Quarles. She did this stuff. We didn't understand it. It wasn't Tourette's or anything like that, but we didn't understand why would she gossip. You know? Listen, on tragic experiences with what went on with Angel and I, Angel Curry, I forgive her. I forgive Angel. Whatever she did, I can forgive her, and I always will. I will grow up. But I say to you, grow up, not weed. Okay? Grow up, not weed. Now, you have your political right to smoke it all you want. And maybe I should support you. Maybe the New Liberty Party should support you. Maybe we should. If you feel that passionate about smoking weed and telling me to grow up, maybe I should say, okay, we'll have a little law saying that if you have to smoke weed because you're dying of cancer, or you have to smoke weed because you have post-traumatic stress disorder, or you have to smoke weed to help calm you down, maybe in the bottom of my heart will defend you, but we're not going to defend your meth because it kills. Your methamphetamine, your weed will have to be tested. And your methamphetamine will not be supported because that kills. It's proof that it kills. Heroin kills. Drugs kill. And we're not going to support that because methamphetamine turns you into a monster. It eats away your teeth and it makes you look like a monster. Okay? It destroys your insides and you no longer can be a healthy person. I am against marijuana, so I do not support it. I do not smoke it. I quit doing that ever since I smoked it and got Angela Johnston pregnant, who was Annie Jackson. I stopped smoking marijuana after that. I think I had one toke in Maine. I smoked one toke at a bar in Maine, at a bar near the Bear Den. I forgot the name of the bar, but it was a bar right there on the strip, the main street, which was right there in Dover, Foxcroft. And that was the last time I ever touched it, which was in 2012. So it's been more than 10 years. Haven't smoked cigarettes in 10 years either. And I don't drink. So, but listen, I know that you guys like to do it, but there's a consequence. There's a consequence. You'll pay a consequence for hurting people with alcohol. You will pay a consequence for hurting people with marijuana, and you'll pay a consequence for hurting people with strong liquor and wine, because I will make you pay that consequence. I will make you pay. I will hold you accountable for hurting other people with drugs and alcohol, especially if you do it on the road. You get 3 strikes and then you go to prison for 10 years. It's a $10,000 fine, and the poverty-stricken cannot pay that, but that's what they charge you. There's a consequence for going out and driving drunk. And that goes for the people that I know that may do it. Okay? There's people I know that might do that. And I tell you, don't risk it. We will stop you, we will pull you over, and we will jail you. Especially if you're over the limit. Now we're gonna pick up the Tavern. It's gonna be your food going to your doorstep. So the lady was speaking a little quick and a little soft. I did work in a wood mill in Maine at Guilford, in Guilford, hardwood products. Now in my story, Escape from Maine, it's called Havenwood product. and she was just talking too quick and too low. So I didn't mean to hurt her feelings, but I said, can I please talk to the manager? And the manager had a very slow, loud speaking voice that was very understandable. I said, sir, I'm very sorry. I do apologize. I just could not understand what she was saying. She was speaking far too quickly, like 100 miles a minute or something, and very quietly. So he went over the order, made sure everything was correct. We went ahead and paid, and we'll be at your doorstep dropping off the Tavern.